an Indonesian tribe that exhumes the dead every year. Today I will tell you about an amazing tribe who bring out their dead every year to refresh their memory. According to a newspaper report, in the first week of September, people from the Mamasa tribe bring the men out of the cemeteries and bring them back home, because they embalm and bury the bodies according to local customs. Therefore, their mummies do not deteriorate in the long run. Men brought home during the festival are bathed and given new clothes. They are then re-spiced and buried. Al-Bayyan, a newspaper published in the United Arab Emirates, quotes the British Daily Mail as saying that a series of exhumation ceremonies has begun in the Indonesian province of South Sulawesi. The week-long ritual continues in the Toraja area of the province. The people of Toraja exhume men every year. These events are celebrated as a celebration. This ritual is called Mainin in the local language. The inhabitants of Toraja, by the way, belong to the Christian religion, and they bury their men according to the Christian tradition. However, they believe that a person lives with his family even after death. Therefore, it is necessary to visit the place where the deceased died a year later. Without it, the soul of the dead is in great distress. That is why Toraja people always avoid long-distance travel. He says that if his death occurs in a remote area, it will be difficult for the family to take the mummy to this place every year. So these people live in their own area. Avoid traveling, especially in old age. According to the report, the ritual of Mainin has been going on in this area since ancient times. It is announced by local religious leaders. The men's families are already preparing to exhume the bodies of their loved ones. Their sons and daughters come from far and wide to visit the bodies of their parents. The deceased's family arrives at the cemetery with new clothes for him. Horrible scenes of graves being torn down are also seen by children. Children are placed next to the coffin of the deceased. As soon as the men are taken out of the graves, all the family members address them and say, "Happy New Year." The inhabitants of Toraja protect their men by embalming in a special way. The corpse is then wrapped in a spiced cloth. The leaves of a local tree are also placed inside the cloth, while the coffin is also made of a special wood. Each time the corpse is buried in a new coffin. The men are buried in a cave-like cemetery on a sacred mountain in the area, along with burials in the area. To keep the corpses upright, both hands of the deceased are placed on a piece of wood in such a way that the hands are raised for prayer. The festival of Mainin is also called the Eid of Men. On this day all the dead are taken out of the graves. After that they are given a good bath. The hair is trimmed. Many people even call a beauty parlor to fix their dead loved ones before the corpse is prepared for reburial. The old spice used for hanut is removed and a new spice is added. New toys are also placed in the coffin for the burial of young children. The most interesting thing about the Mainin ritual is that after removing the bodies of the deceased couples from the graves, they are put together in new clothes. Meanwhile, family and loved ones also stand with him and take photos. While some rich people also get the services of scavengers by paying huge fees to show off to men. According to a report, Toraja is the only area in the world where people see many years old corpses walking on their feet every year. New York News has uploaded one such video on its website. The body of Peter Sambi Sambara, who died 80 years ago, can be seen walking on his feet. According to the report, Toraja is a mountainous area. Until a few years ago the world did not know about this strange ritual of the Mamasa tribe who lived here. However, as soon as the exhumation ceremony begins, tourists from different countries start arriving here. Please give me suggestions on how to optimize the channel. And what kind of information do you need to be provided to you? And like me for my encouragement. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date.